March is Equity in Education Month, which is a great time for all of us to reflect on how the work we do helps support all of our students in having equitable outcomes and encourages us to close the opportunity gap that we know exists for some of our communities, including our English learners. Our teachers are wonderful and they work to support students both in the classroom and outside the classroom. So that may be going into classrooms and co-teaching with general education teachers. It may be pulling a small group out into a table in the hallway to revisit a concept that they need more time with, or it may be getting on the phone and talking to families and even going into homes to make sure that we are creating those homeschool connections that we know can support students and empower their parents to be able to access all the resources that our community has to offer.
So there's different models for English language instruction. The model that we're primarily using at Baker-Butler is co-teaching, which means that the ESOL teachers are embedded in classrooms, co-planning and co-teaching on a daily basis with general education teachers. So the class is a mix of students who are speaking primarily English at home and then students who speak many other languages at home, one or more languages at home. As ESOL teachers, we provide scaffolds and supports to students and their teachers to help them be successful as learners of the English language.
I think it's so powerful for kids to be together in the room, working together, and for all the kids to see that everyone's in their own place and they're learning, and it's not always going to be the same place, or not everything we're doing is going to look exactly the same, but we're all learning together. And that's really a lot of what you saw. We were very strategic with which students were working together today so that they were all able to learn from one another.
We're not going in to change anything that a homeroom teacher is doing. We're there to supplement and support. And when we support in a classroom, what we're doing that's beneficial for our ESOL students is also beneficial for all students learning in that environment. So it's a lot of visuals, it's a lot of repetition. You would see songs, poems, a lot of sentence stems, vocabulary, explicit vocabulary instruction. All of that is best practice that's going to support the learning of all students in there, but especially our ESOL students.
Elementary education in these years is really the foundation for kids the whole way through. So if they are able to have a really solid understanding of their core areas in addition to language, then we've set them up for success in middle and high school.
Good job.
When you're interacting with your peers, you learn so much more based on peer interaction. So when you're creating a classroom that's going to be a co-taught classroom, it's really important to have strong language models in that classroom. So their peers can model for them what it looks like and sounds like to be in a classroom and learn in that homeroom setting. If we're just pulling out, then they're only getting that model from the teacher and they aren't seeing it from their peers. So they're not getting that academic language or that social language from their peers either.
This is really important because we're working in a partnership every day to provide the best instruction so that every student can be successful.
Equity is important in schools because we're the first point for students to learn about their society and their community. And so when we strive for equity and we show students the value of equity, that means that they're going to go out into their community and be citizens who are working towards equity in every facet, no matter what career they choose. We're very fortunate to have such a great team of educators who work to support our English learners and empower them. And we know that as we look towards equity in education, we continue to examine and think critically about our data to determine how we can continue to support our students and where we need to improve, because we know that all of our students have the capacity to succeed.